Now let's talk about how to stop stuttering. This is something that I had, and let me add some context. I did not have some high level like stutter to where it was like detrimental to everything in my life, where I had to go to a speech therapist and all that. I didn't have that. However, I did have a stutter, and it made me very, very unconfident. Like, I literally would walk around, had low self esteem, even something as simple as if somebody at the cash register asked me of something and I had to reply, I would get nervous and I would stutter a little bit. Or if I was in the middle of a conversation, I would start stuttering. And this is how I solved it. I solved it by two things. One is I got tired of it. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm tired of literally blushing every single time I'm at a cash register. If somebody asks me, like an example, if I had to read in front of the class, bro, oh my gosh, I would literally rather do anything other than have to read in front of the class. Even if it was just reading a sentence, I would get so red, I would start sweating. It was bad. And I dealt with that for all of my time in middle school and throughout high school. Luckily in high school, while I was still stuttering, I kind of got a little bit more used to it because I was like, okay, bro, you're going to have to do your presentations. You're going to have to do all that. But after I got out of high school, I was like, I refuse to be an adult and still have to stutter and do all this other nonsense. So I focused on two things. One is I discovered that I would start stuttering more whenever I'd forget to breathe. So whenever you get nervous, you forget to breathe, number one, which is why part of your daily exercises is training yourself to breathe. So this doesn't even become an issue anymore. You completely solve it. Much later on sales calls, or if I just in my day-to-day life, I would forget to breathe. And when you forget to breathe, well, now oxygen is not going to your brain, so you're going to have your mind's just going to go completely blank, which is what's that going to do? It's going to make you even more nervous, and you're going to start stuttering even more. But also, your voice isn't going to be as powerful. So I want you to train yourself to start breathing. And so this is one of the solutions that I found that cured my stuttering was I remind myself, and now it's like default, so I very rarely have to do it. I do sometimes have to remind myself, okay, bro, breathe. Get a little excited, you're talking a little too much, just calm down, breathe, and then you can get back into it. So you need to get used to breathing and just keeping that oxygen flowing. The second thing, and this is what really cured everything as far as the stutter, and it started helping me gain better control over my voice, because I even used to have like a country accent. I was watching a video of mine. I'm sure you've had the same thing happen. It's one of those old videos that you see of yourself, and I was just like, oh man, oh, that's cringe, the way I used to sound. But the reason my voice sounds so good now is because of this one exercise, and that exercise is I want you to start reading aloud every single day. I committed to it for 30 days, and after that, I didn't really have to worry as much about it. But for 30 days, I want you to start reading a page, 2 pages, 3 pages a day. I used to read an entire chapter because I wanted to fix this ASAP. But even if you read like 1 page, 2 pages, 3 pages, that's perfectly fine. However, you're not just reading aloud. What I also want you to do is start recording your voice. So literally walk around, I don't have my phone with me, but walk around recording yourself. So you got like a voice memo on your phone. You can even have a little headset in if you want, but I used to literally walk around with my phone in a book like this, or I would sit down and read. And I want you to get used to your voice with you speaking louder, softer, try different accents, try all that type of stuff, and get very aware of the tension that you feel inside of yourself. And through breathing, you're going to realize that you can calm that tension down. But also, you need to get used to your voice, because a lot of people's low self-esteem related to speaking, and this applies to whenever you get on a phone call with a potential client, whenever you're at a cash register, whenever you're reading something in class, whenever you're at your job, whenever you're going about your day, is you're not used to your voice, and it's weird. So by you hearing your voice over and over and over again, you can start figuring out and self-identifying how to make your voice sound the best. And also by doing this, you're training yourself to speak properly. And literally, bro, just doing these two things, reminding yourself to breathe, and then reading aloud and recording it, and then listening to it. So this is a part of your day-to-day work. I know it's hard, oh, boo-hoo, but make time for it, bro. Like 5 minutes a day, is that really a lot to ask? No. Read 1-2 pages, record it, listen to it, 5-10 minutes, boom, you're done. And then go about enjoying your day. But just doing those two things are going to make your voice so much more powerful. And if you do happen to have a stutter, because I know I made a video about this ages ago, and people were like, bro, please tell me more. is really that simple. Like, yeah, sure, I could come up with even more complex solutions, but one of the reasons the freelancer campus has the most amount of wins is because I make things so simple. I hate complex things. I want to solve a solution, get the result, move about my day with a smile, be a beacon of positivity, and that's what I want for you as well. So do those two things, and I'll talk to you in the next module.